Hi guys, and welcome to another hobby hacker video. In this video I want to go over how to customize your bases. Now, whether these be bases you've made yourself or bases you've got as part of some Patreon release, and you're wanting to put your miniature on the base, but you want to customize it so that miniature fits perfectly. So in this little example I've got for you, I've simply imported a base, dead simple, as you can see yourself. Just turn this mini off. It's quite a rough, lumpy, bumpy base, so you know, when my miniature goes onto that base, he's going to rock about and his feet aren't going to be embedded onto that base for a nice solid connection. And I've just imported a miniature as well. I've lined them up as I want them to be in the real world. And what I'm going to do, now this is really simple, guys. We're going to select the base. Hang on, I'll go back to, you know, this is what you'd see when you import Blender, but I just thought I would make things a little more colourful, yeah, a little more like enjoyable to watch. So all I've simply done is I've put a bit of materials on them just so it's, yeah, nicer to watch. So back to where we were. We've selected the base. We're going to go to this little spanner. This is where we can select our modifiers, and we're going to select a Boolean modifier. No idea if I pronounced that correctly or not, but it looks like it should be Boolean. So that is going to apply this modifier to the thing that's selected, which in this case is the base. I'm going to select difference. Now you've got three choices here: intersect, union, and difference. Intersect is an area where two objects are overlapping. So let's say my miniature is pushed slightly into this base, so the intersect area would be just the area where the feet are overlapping. Union would join the two objects together, and difference removes one object from another. Now it's difference we want here. So in the object list, we're going to select the miniature. We're going to let it do its thinking thing for a second, and absolutely nothing has happened, but that's cool. What we need to do is just switch off the miniature, ping, and if we look at our base, we can see we now have three beautiful little flat areas where, if we take a nice close look from the side here, as we switch the miniature on and off, exactly where the feet line up. And from the other side, looking at that back foot, this one down here, see, that's an awful view. You really can't see anything there. There we go. You can see that's where that back foot line's in. So now when I come to print this base, it's going to print now with these three flat areas. So when I've printed my miniature, the two will line up beautifully well. They have a strong flat area to glue onto. So how do we get from this into the printer? Well, now that we've applied this Boolean modifier to the base and we know it's worked and we're really happy with what we've got, we hit the apply button. It'll have a little think, and there we go. It's now made a permanent change to the model. Now until you hit that apply button, you can move the miniature about, you can move them up and down. The minute you hit that apply button, that makes it a permanent thing. Now the mini, we're finished with him, so we can just delete, get rid. That's only deleted him from Blender. You know, he's still there on your hard drive, obviously. And we are now left with this base. Beautiful. So we simply go File, Export, STL, and put it wherever you want it, because that's it. Job done. Jobs are good, and you're now ready to print this base with these footprints cut out of it. Right, I hope you found that useful. And I hope that makes basing up your miniatures just that little bit easier in the future.